What's up, everybody? I'm here to break down UFC 227 on Saturday. Got the rematch between Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw in my backyard in SoCal in LA. And yeah, man, this is a very good card, from top to bottom. A lot of people are saying that it's not that really good of a card besides like the co-main event, the main event. But I think it's a great card. Before we talk about this card, let's talk about last card, Calgary. Betting wise, wasn't the best. I had a very bad night, minus 8.06 units. And yeah, now I'm pretty sure, see, I'm looking at that image picture now. Now I'm at 13.52 positive on overall. And yeah, man, I'm not happy, man. I mean, I should be way better than that. And, it all starts on Saturday, man. So I only cashed on DP, DP went out there and, it was a little controversy because the whole, what Goddard did and all that to the whole elbow thing. But and he did what he always does, and finds a way to win. And he knocked out Eddie, after that break, and it was very nice. Um, you know, besides that, I lost my other three bets. OEM went out there and got out grappled by Hernandez. I was really shocked. I thought he would have won that fight. I thought he would actually out grapple Hernandez, but turns out that Hernandez is very good. And the dude is definitely a good guy. I really look forward to see who he fights next. And then my other two losses, on um, Morano just got out grappled, and then and Sukulov just got knocked out against Ion. So went 1-3, but let's talk about Saturday. Let's talk about this card. I got 4 plays so far. I'm actually done. So I have 4 plays in the and from top to bottom, it's a good card. Beth Cohead versus Aldana got scrapped. Not that nobody cares, anyways. I really did not look into that fight that much, so yeah, I'm happy that it's not on here anymore. And I was gonna pick Aldana, but I mean, let's not even talk about that. So first fight of the night, we got Marlon Chito Vera versus Weili Buren and or Weiji Buren, and a lot of people like to talk crap on Marlon Vera. They say that he's not that good. They say that he's the worst guy on the bantamweight roster and all this. And I bet him last fight versus Andrade. He wasn't ready. Andrade. Turned out that he's pretty good. He's definitely a top 20 guy. He has a very good fight with Peter Yan. And let's not talk about that fight because it's not for a couple months. But I think Bear's, in the middle of the pack. I don't think he's a jobber. I don't think he's, one of the worst guys. The guy is green, but the guy has a very good ground game, good submissions and striking. He's looked a lot better. He's definitely put on some size. He was super skinny when he first fought in the UFC. Now he's definitely put on, some weight. I think Buren is just, not UFC material. The dude lost a die. I mean, if you lose the round to die, I mean, I don't even know what you should be doing fighting in period, man. I mean, fighting MMA, I mean, Ronald Dye is one of those guys that just, in my opinion, sucks. I mean, the dude, I'm glad that he's going to retire. He's not good. He never was UFC material. And the fact that Buren lost to him, I mean, that's just, embarrassing in my opinion. More minus 400, Vera, obviously I'm not going to play it, but I do think he goes out there and gets a win. I think he's going to get a finish here. DraftKings wise, I mean, is he going to get a decision or is he going to get a finish? I don't know. He's pretty high priced. I'm not going to play it on DraftKings, but I do think he's going to get a win, and I do think he get a submission. I think he's the better guy on the ground. I think he's on the feet. I think he's. To be honest, I think he's better everywhere. To be honest, but I think sooner or later he's going to go out there and take it to the mat and get a submission. So I got Chito Vera with the sub, and I'm excited to see this kid grow, man. He's not bad. A lot of people, man, think this guy's terrible. I mean, he's not really that bad. I mean, the dude is going to look better in a couple years from now. And I just don't think Buren is UFC material. So I got Chito Vera wherever the fight goes. And he could either get a 30-27 dominant decision or I could see a submission. So I got Chito with the win. Next fight, we got Danielle Taylor versus Zhang Weili. And this is I don't know, man. It's just one of those, close fights I want no part of. Taylor is a very short girl for the division. She's pretty sure she used to fight at Atomweight, and she pops some power, man, but she doesn't really throw that much. I actually thought she was going to beat Aldrich, and I got burned on that. I didn't bet it, but I picked her. And yeah, man, this Weili girl's pretty good. And I mean, she's fought a lot of cans, but I mean, she's definitely looked good in those fights. I mean, she's put a lot of girls away, and not a lot of girls are finishers. And she's impressive. Taylor has fought the better competition. Um, I don't know, man. It's just, she's a huge dog, so I don't know. I feel like she is kind of live here, but I'm gonna go with Zhang because I think that she's, better on the feet, and I think she has better grappling too. Taylor is not really much of a grappler. I mean, she has power, but I mean, sometimes she just does not. To be honest, most of the time she just doesn't throw that much. I mean, she has that pop. Maybe she could hurt Zhang, but I think Zhang's gonna go out there and just win a pretty quick cut decision, and yeah. But I'm not playing this fight at all. So next fight we got a very good fight. We got Ricardo Ramos versus Kang, and this is a good fight, man. Ramos definitely has improved. I mean, the dude got subbed against Vasquez, and then he's looked very good in the UFC. He looked good last fight against Zahabi, and we put him away. That was a war. His striking, has definitely improved. He's all about, I don't know, man. He's one of those guys that's like, he keeps on getting better on the mat. He has a good submission game. Kang, he has improved a lot as well. I mean, he's definitely, both these guys are really big bantamweights. Kang's definitely the bigger guy. Kang's just not that good of a striker. I mean, he got beat up on the feet last night against Canetti before he got the submission, and he's all about getting the sub. But I mean, Ramos has a good submission game as well. I know Ramos has been sub, but I mean, both these guys are good in the mat. I think Ramos is better on the feet. I think Kang's gonna try to go out there and use his wrestling and take him down. I don't know if he's going to be able to tap Ramos out. I think Ramos could actually tap him out on the mat, off his back or on top. I just think Ramos is, the more well-rounded mixed martial artist here. I did think Kang was live going in this. I mean, he still kind of is live because he's like, what, plus 190? I mean, it's not easy money for Ramos, I'll tell you that. But I think Ramos is going to win a decision and maybe get us up. So I got Ramos. But, yeah, man, these first three fights I just don't want any part of because – I mean, I'm picking the favorite in all three of them anyways, and they're not, line where I want to bet them. So yeah, I got those. I got Ricardo Ramos, but I'm not interested in betting. So next fight we got my first play tonight. We got Jose Shorty Torres versus Alex Perez, and I have 4 units on the underdog Torres at plus 125, and I think that he has a huge striking advantage in this fight. I think his pace is really good. I mean, that's why he wins a lot of fights. He's 21 and 1, I think. No, 25-1 for a reason. The guy does, get hit a lot. He's been dropped in multiple fights, but I mean, he recovers really good. Perez is a very good wrestler. On the wrestling game, I mean, both these guys are good wrestlers. Perez might have the better wrestling, but I don't think he's going to go out there and be able to control Shorty Torres. I know Brooks took him down a couple times, but I mean, Jared Brooks is a very good wrestler as well. It's not like he controlled him. I mean, Shorty got back up. Shorty actually took him down as well, and that was a pretty fast. Or Shorty had some problems cutting weight in that fight, and it was his debut. Took it on short notice. He still got the win, but obviously it's controversial because a lot of people are saying that he's getting his ass kicked. He lost the first round, but the second round he had the momentum and he went out there and was beating Brooks on the feet, and then Brooks went for that slam, and then Shorty moved in midair, and then obviously Brooks knocked himself out. Shorty got some ground and pound, but I mean, I think this is a good matchup for Shorty because I feel like on the feet, he's the better striker, man. I mean, that pace, he's going to be in Perez's face the whole fight. I know Perez is pretty decent cardio as well. He has weight problems. I mean, he missed weight last fight. I mean, if he misses weight again, I mean, we'll see if he can gas. I mean, he didn't really gas against Shelton, but I mean, Shelton just, in my opinion, just not that good of a fighter. And even Shelton took him down. I think Torres is a way better fighter than Shelton. And I just don't think Perez, is going to be able to control him. I think if he takes him down, I think Shorty could get back up, and Shorty could maybe even reverse him. So I got to go with the better striker here, and I think Shorty is going to get either a dominant decision or a late finish. I like the kid striking a lot, and I like his attitude. He's training with Holland from the American Top Team. That's his main training partner. And Perez is a little, he had definitely has a size advantage, and he might have the better wrestling, but I think the wrestling is close because a lot of people are counting out Shorty's wrestling. Shorty has very good wrestling. I mean, he has a lot of wins. I mean, he's used his wrestling. The dude's fought at 135 as well, and he spent a lot of his, training with TJ. Now he's training the American Top Team. But I mean, Shorty's no slouch in the wrestling department at all. Pretty sure he has some junior college wrestling credentials, but yeah, I just like this kid's pace. I mean, the cardio this guy has and the way he just, comes forward and all this, I mean, and his striking, I mean, dude, he gets in your face, man. I think Perez is really going to break. So I got Shorty Torres with the win, and that's my first play of the night, and I'm pretty confident. And Ricky has Alex Perez, so it's definitely going to be, some shit talking there. He's not, on the podcast tonight, but on Twitter and texting, we'll be talking some crap, and we'll see who wins that fight. But I got Torres. Torres. So next fight, we actually got my second play tonight. We got Sayles versus Shane Moraes, and I got the underdog Shaman at plus 110 for units as well. And I like this fight for him. Matt trains at Alliance. He definitely has some power. I just don't think the guy is that well rounded. I mean, obviously, he has some decent wrestling. I know he took down, George Hickman, and Hickman kind of he won that fight. It was a very close fight, but Hickman definitely won the fight. I thought in the third round he actually was, he won due to striking, to be honest. But I mean, those are one of those weird close fights. I just don't think that Matt's gonna go out there, wrestle Shaman. I think he's gonna go out there and outstrike him. Shaman is definitely the more well-rounded guy. I think he's more technical. He definitely has more tools in the feet too. Sayles has some bombs in his hands, but I mean Shaman has very good Muay Thai. That switch kick is serious. The way he sets it up. I mean, dude, Shaman is I like the guy a lot. I know he lost his beat, and I feel like a lot of people are just kind of overlooking him, thinking that he sucks and all this. But I mean, he had his moments in that fight. I know Zabit kind of beat his ass, but Zabit's a top 10 guy. I mean, easily a top 5 guy, pretty soon. But I just think Shaman has more weapons in the feet. I think if it hits the mat, I think Shaman could even get on top. And, I think he has better jiu-jitsu as well. And all we have to worry about is, Matt's, power on the feet. But Shaman, he has a very good chin. He's never been knocked out. And he likes to, get in brawls too. I just think he's a cleaner striker. And I really think that jab is, very good as well, the switch kick. But I just think there's more weapons for him. I think he's going to win the decision or possibly put him out of there. But I think he's going to get a finish. Or I'm sorry, I think he's going to get a decision 29-28, Shaman. And yeah, man, so those are my first 2 plays. So next fight, we got Ricky Simon versus Montel Jackson. The order's kind of screwed up because the best fight canceled. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. This is a very good fight. I've been going back and forth in this fight. Obviously, I'm not playing it. But, you got the striker versus grappler matchup. Montel Jackson was really good on the Contender Series. I know he fought a scrub in the Repo. I mean, maybe not a scrub. The dude was seriously pretty tough, but the guy has a punching bag. And Ricky Simon is a very good grappler. Trains with Chael Sonnen and Austin, Vanderford and, all those guys over there in Oregon. And, he definitely, he didn't look that good last fight until he got, until the third round. He did have some takedowns, and but he got hurt in that first round against Merab. And then he got that controversial submission. But I think Ricky Simon's a better grappler here. I think Jackson's better on the feet. Simon can crack as well. I mean, he has decent striking, but Jackson's just, the way faster striker, more technical. I think he has more power as well. I just don't know if he's going to be able to stuff because Ricky Simon has pretty good grappling. Merab took Ricky Simon down, but Merab doesn't have the grappling that, Montel Jackson doesn't have the grappling that Merab does. Yeah, I got to go with Simon. I think that, the odds are definitely good if you guys want to play. I'm going to pass because, I already have 4 plays, but I do think he's going to use his grappling and get a decision win. But I do think it's going to be back and forth because I think Jackson, sky's the limit for this kid. I think he has a lot of potential. He's undefeated. He just didn't have, he just didn't have a lot of experience. I mean, I got to go with the guys more experience. And Ricky Simon's no slouch. He has a very good record, and he's a good grappler, man. He does have pretty good striking, but he's gonna have to mix it up here and go for the takedown and kind of grind and control Jackson. He could even get a submission, but I'm gonna go to the 29-28 fight of the night type of fight with Ricky Simon, and don't sleep on Jackson because he's gonna look even better next fight. So. Next fight, we got Pedro Munhoz versus Brett Johns. This is the fight that I looked into. Johns burned me last fight against Aldrich, but it's a different matchup, It's a close fight, man. It really is. I mean, Pedro Munhoz has definitely looked, a lot better. He has a very good guillotine. Obviously, that's what everyone knows him of. But, I mean, he has pretty good boxing as well. He has a good chin, good boxing, good ground game. Trains in the American top team. Brett Johns is a grappler. He has decent striking. He's going to try to take you down. I don't think he's going to, I don't think it's best for him to try to take Pedro down because a guillotine is legit. I think of it on the feet, it's close. I mean, I do think Pedro's the better boxing. Brett Johns, might have the more pressure. I mean, they're both pretty aggressive guys. I know Brett Johns just did not look good against Aldrich. Obviously, Sunel's fought in the better competition. He's beaten the better guys as well. But I mean, Brett Johns, he's, both these guys are young. Brett Johns, I think we're going to see an even better. I think we're going to see a way better Brett Johns than last fight because, I mean, he really burned me against Aljo. And I mean, I did not expect that John Lopez and go up and beat Aljo, but Johns has a very good pace. Munhoz is a good pace. It could be a a fight of the night type of fight, but I gotta go with the more experienced guy. I got Munhoz, and I think he's gonna catch John. I think John's. I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but I think John's gonna go for a takedown and get tapped out. So I got Munhoz with a submission, but it wouldn't surprise me if John's won. So first fight of the main card, we got Cub Swanson versus Renato Moicano. Pretty straightforward fight. I think Cub's on its way out. I think Moicano's a very good fighter. I think he's better everywhere in my opinion. Obviously, you don't have to worry about the whole T-City thing in this fight where he goes for a takedown, gets tapped out because Cub has, I guess, decent jiu-jitsu. I don't think Cub's going to go out there and tap out Moicano. If anyone got a submission here, I think it'll be Moicano. I just think Moicano's going to do what he always does and kind of pick him apart and dance around and, outball him. Cub Swanson. Moicano's a very good striker. I think the guy is definitely a top 5 guy. And I just don't think Cub has it in him anymore. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Cub made it a fight, but, I'll go with Moicano. I got a 30-27 decision. And, I'm not playing it in my sport, 400, whatever it is. Is Cub live? That's the question a lot of people have to say. If he shows up, if his, the prime Cub, I guess he's live, but I just don't think he's going to show up. I don't think he's the same Cub anymore. But it's not like Renato's fighting a jogger. Cub's a top 10 guy. So, he could show up and win. I just don't think he will. So I got Renato Moicano with a 30-27 decision. Next fight, this is a weird fight to have on the main card. We got Viana versus JJ Aldrich. Yeah, this is a very weird fight. JJ's the dog. She's a pretty good-sized dog. Viana obviously has a better ground game. JJ, I know she's looked a lot better since the Suarez fight, but she has been taken down and subbed before. She's improved a lot. She trains with the champ, Rose, Torres, Shevchenko. It's all about, the striker versus grappler. JJ definitely a better striker, more volume, but can she keep it on the feet? I don't think she will, so I think she's going to get taken down kind of and get tapped out. But, it's, it's a close fight, but I'll have to go with Viana by submission. But, I know a lot of people that are playing JJ, so I hope JJ wins. So next fight, this is a very interesting fight. This is one of my favorite fights tonight, and I do have a play here, my third play. We got Thiago Santos versus Kevin Holland, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there, if you heard me right now say, "Oh, who's your play?" I feel like a lot of people think that I'm playing Santos, but I'm actually not. I'm playing Kevin Holland, and let's talk about Santos real quick. I think the guy is a good fighter. Obviously, he's been a top 15 guy. He's not ranked right now. Currently, I don't think he might be. I'm not really sure. Is he? I don't think he is. He was for a long time, wasn't in the top 10. But to be honest, man, the dude is an inconsistent fighter. You don't know what Santos is going to show up. He's been knocked out 3 times. He got knocked out last fight against Branch. He's a pretty shitty guy, and he's been hurt in a lot of fights, too. Marshman dropped him. Smith hurt him, got on now. It's just a lot of question marks with him. He is a very talented guy. He doesn't have the best hands. He has very, very good kicks, and they're very nasty. He kicks like a freaking dude. It's crazy, man. His kicks are legit. Some of the best kicks in the business. But I just, there's something about Thiago Santos. Is he getting older? He is a very good fighter. He's a good fighter for sure. I just don't know if Santos is going to show up. And he is shitty. And this is a good matchup, I feel like, for Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's been on the radar for a long time. He's a very good fighter. In my opinion, I think I think he's going to be a top 15 guy in the division. Probably even top 10 as well. I think, he has to use his reach. He has a 5-inch reach advantage. He has good kicks as well. He's really flashy. He definitely, has more tools in the feet, I think. I think Kevin Holland, has a very good chin as well. He has been hit in a lot of fights, but he's never been, he's never been hurt in the fight really. And Santos has to go out there, give him those head kicks, and Santos is going to be pressuring him. But Kevin Holland, I think, can pressure him as well. I think Holland could, kind of stay on the outside. We don't have to worry about Santos' hands, I don't think. It's all about his kicks. I will be sweaty in the first round because Santos, comes out like a beast, but I just think Kevin Holland is the cleaner striker. I think he's more technical. I think Kevin Holland has more tools in the feet, and I don't understand the line at all. Kevin Holland has been doing this to a lot of guys. He had a very good fight, Curtis Wonder, and then he lost that fight, but he went to 185. He's a very big 185er, and I just think that Kevin Holland has the ground advantage here too as well. He can get takedowns too. And he has a very good submission game. But is he going to use the takedowns? I'm not really sure. I think he can just kind of pick him apart from the outside. He could even pressure Thiago Santos. I just think he has more tools. I think he's going to connect with that chin. And he definitely has a better chin. And, he looked really flashy last fight. He didn't get, the Contender Series slip. But, he definitely was on the radar. He put on a clinic, man. For sure, he won every round. But I like his swagger. I really like Kevin Holland. And I've been eyeing this guy for a very long time. And I'm glad that he's making his debut. And, Santos is no slouch. It's a 2-unit shot on Kevin Holland plus 225. But my thing is, I think Kevin Holland's going to find a way to get this win. I think he's going to connect on that chin, and he could even mix up takedowns. And I like Kevin Holland, man. I really think he's going to get that upset. And Santos, man, he's chinny, man. He really is. I like Santos, man. But, I mean, he's a chinny guy. I don't think he's going to put him out. I don't think he's going to be able to, win a decision either. I mean, the only person who's won a decision against Elias, that was like 2 or 3 years ago. And everyone else he put away. He put away Jack Hermanson. He put Marshman. He put away, who else did he put away? Anthony Smith, all those kind of guys. I just think Kevin Holland brings, he brings a different kind of game, man. I mean, he's super flashy out there. And if he shows up, which he's going to, but he's just a very smart guy as well. I just think Kevin Holland's going to, use those tools and kind of just pick them apart. And, we'll see if he talks shit to Thiago Santos in the Argon. He probably will. But I just got the upset here. And I think he's going to get the upset and get, a flashy knockout here. So I got Kevin Holland by a second-round finish. So co-main event, we got Mighty Mouse versus Henry Cejudo. Yeah, Cejudo has definitely improved a lot. He looked really good his last 2 fights. I do think that, he could have beat Benavidez if it wasn't the whole point thing. He moved very good. Last fight, obviously. And I just think that DJ is on a different level. I think he's the best guy at 125. He needs to fight TJ hopefully in the future because that's a very good fight. I won't say who I'm going to pick until we talk about the main event and that fight that ever happens. But I just got DJ. I think DJ's better everywhere. And Cejudo, he's going to break Cejudo if it goes away because Cejudo's gas tank is a question mark. So I got DJ, and he's going to get a finish as well, probably just like the first fight. So main event, we got TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt. And, last fight I actually picked and bet Cody Garbrandt, and it was a bad bet in my opinion. I got to admit, dude, TJ, man, is a very, very good fighter. He's so underrated, and he has a couple losses. I mean, Dotson, that was a bad stoppage, by the way. I do think that it was a bad stoppage. I think that he wasn't out, obviously. He lost his son the first fight. I think he won that fight. I rewatched it, and his fight with Dominick Cruz is very, very close. It could have gone either way. Cruz did throw a little more, but, I mean, it was a very, very close fight. And TJ's improved so much. His style, man. I mean, his footwork, his movement is like, he has his own style. No one has that kind of style. And I think it's better than Dominick Cruz's style. If they fight again, he'll definitely beat Dominick Cruz. I think TJ has more tools in this fight. I think he has more weapons. He has wrestling. Garbrandt has wrestling too. I don't think Garbrandt's going to be able to wrestle him. I think TJ could mix some takedowns. He's looked really good. I mean, he looked really good against his son on the rematch. I mean, he looked very good against Lineker. Took him down at will, broke his jaw on the mat. And, let's talk about the rematch or the first fight. So, Cody dropped him in the first round. And TJ ate a shot. I mean, he ate a shot. And then the second round, TJ was keeping up the pace, pressuring Cody, dropped him twice and got the knockout. With Cody, he has good hands. He definitely has the better hands, but TJ has more weapons, like I already mentioned. TJ has the head kick, the hands. And I just think the wrestling, I think TJ has more weapons, and I think he's going to go out there and get another finisher. I don't think it's going to happen really quick. It could be a later fight, like maybe in the 4th, 5th round. But, yeah, I got TJ by another finish. And I really think that TJ is, I know he's getting a little older, 32, but this kid is very good, man. I don't know why I bet against him last fight, and I think he's going to hold on to the strap for a very long time. I hope he fights TJ. It's a very good fight. I mean, I'm leaning TJ if he fights TJ. I think TJ could be ducking him. But, I mean, I got to admit, man, I mean, Cody Garbrandt is, a very, very good fighter as well. I just think that TJ, hasn't gotten out in this fight, and I think he's going to get another finish. So, yeah, those are my picks. And let me know below, everybody, what you guys think and who you guys have in every fight. My 4 plays are TJ Dillashaw, 4 units at -115. I have Kevin Holland, 2 units at +325. I have a 4 unit Shaman at +110, and then 4 unit Shorty at +125. And it's a very good card on Saturday, and I hope everyone cashes. And then after that, we have a 3-week layoff. I think we have Contender Series next week. But yeah, 3-week layoff, which sucks, but it's a good card. James Vick versus Justin Gaethje. And I don't know if Irene Aldana will fight someone on 2 days, 3 days notice, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so just everybody know, let me know what you guys think of every fight and who you guys got in the main event. And I'll catch you guys. I'll probably do a recap video because we'll have 3-week layoff. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Later, guys.